Hey there guys, welcome back. My name's Sada Plays. I hope you're all well. In today's video, I'm going to be telling you a little story. Sometimes people are like, yo Sada, tell us another story time. And other people just never mention it. But the people that enjoy it, this is for you. So, just to set the scene, when I was 22, 23, I went to stay on a kibbutz in Israel, as some of you might know from a previous story time. And one of the things we did there was we decided to go to Egypt to see the pyramids, to see Valley of the Kings and all that. And it was a beautiful time. I really enjoyed it. Pyramids were cool. It's not really like, I don't know. Like, everyone's seen the pyramids on TV, haven't they? And they're like, they're just a big triangle. But when you're there, you think, oh, it's going to be amazing seeing the pyramids. Just to be really honest with you, it is just a big triangle. But there's flies. And I can just remember looking at the pyramids going, no, that is actually really cool. But more worried about the flies that were buzzing around my face and kept landing in my eyes and my mouth. The flies in England must be a bit more timid. I don't know, because if they land on you, like, swat them off, and then they're like, fuck this, and they never come back. Flies in Egypt, you swat them, they come straight back. It's brutal. There's different flies around the world, guys. I hope this isn't racist or I'm breaking any social weird things here, but have you ever seen, like, the videos of like a famine in Africa where there's like babies and stuff with flies all around their eyes and stuff? And I always used to think to myself, why the fuck doesn't the mother just flip them flies away? They're different flies, guys. They're different flies. Anyway, we're segueing. We're getting off of our subject. So anyway, this is the story of the incredible train journey and the very naughty Sada in a taxi. Are you ready for this, guys? It's weird. Don't judge me on this, by the way, guys. This is when I was a lot younger and a lot more stupid. I mean, I'm still pretty stupid now. I'm very stupid now. But I was even more stupid then. So, the story started off. We was in Cairo, downtown Cairo, which is a very busy place. It's literally mental. There's like, you looked out your hotel window. We were staying in a very, should I say, shitty hotel. It was called the Nefertiti. In case you don't know, Nefertiti was a queen of Egypt, Queen Nefertiti. She was supposed to be so beautiful that when you looked at her, you'd fall in love with her. You can't say the same thing about this hotel. When you looked at it, you held your nose and was like, what's that smell? I don't like this place. When you looked out the rear window of the hotel, there was just like this square which everybody in all the other hotels used to throw their rubbish into. And no word of a lie, I'm not even exaggerating, there was a rat the size of a Labrador dog that climbed a ladder. I saw it with my own eyes. It literally climbed the ladder. Like, it didn't like jump up each rung, it actually walked with its legs. It was crazy. So anyway, I'm in Cairo. It's very busy. It's very crazy. Very cool city as well. I enjoyed it. And my friend Mark had a friend that lived in Cairo. And he thought it would be a great idea to go and visit his friend. And I was like, yo, I'll come with you, mate, if you want. You know, bit of company. He was like, oh, that'd be great. That'd be really good. You come with me. And I was like, right, I will do that. So he thought, notice the word thought, that he knew where he lived. So we got a train and we went towards where he thought he lived. We got off downtown Cairo, dark, little alleyways, crazy people everywhere, wandering around. Just to set the picture, at that time I had long hair, kind of blonde, with, don't judge me guys, this was a long time ago, I thought it was cool, with 2 gold hoop earrings, 1 in each ear, a little muscle t-shirt on, and little shorts. So I couldn't have looked any different from the local people round there who are walking around in like Arab dresses, and you know what I'm saying. So there's me walking around downtown Cairo with my friend Mark, who had dreadlocks and looks like a mental head. So we're walking around downtown Cairo. It's dark, looking around people's houses. He's looking, and he was like, "Oh, this is the wrong place." So to cut a long story short, we kept jumping on the train, going one way, getting off, looking round seedy little back streets, jumping on the train, going back. This lasted for about an hour and a half. And by now, I was getting a little bit like, "Mark, please, mate, can we just go home? Like, I don't think you know where this guy lives. Like, it's really confusing." And my friend Mark is like really, I want to say positive / annoying. Like, he's one of these people that's like, "No, we'd do it. All you've got to do is believe." But there becomes a certain point in time where it doesn't matter how much you believe, it ain't going to happen. Like, you know, if you jumped off a cliff and you believed that you could fly, no, you can't. You're going to hit the ground. You're going to die. Well, it all depends how big the cliff is, but you know what I'm saying. So anyway, I was getting a little bit, I was like, "Mark, I just want to go back now. It's getting late." It was getting late. It was like getting on for midnight. Why would his friend even want him to come round at that time? I do not know. I don't even think his friend knew that he was coming round. So I was saying, "Mark, let's just please go home." And he was like, "No, just a little bit more." I said, "Okay, mate." And another half an hour passed. And by this time, I'm actually a little bit pissed off. I said, "Mark, I'm going back. Are you coming with me?" And he was like, no, I'm going to find this place." I said, "All right, I'm going back. I'm going back on my own, mate." So we're out in the middle of nowhere. He jumps on the train, goes, leaves me in the middle of freaking downtown, dark, spooky Cairo. Long hair, gold earrings, little shirt, little shorts. And people are looking at me funny. Like, "Why are you here?" "I may murder you." Yeah, they're looking at me weird. So I get a bit spooky-fied, and I'm like, right, the best thing to do is to get a taxi. Because I'm not very good with trains and all that. I don't really understand them. They're weird. So anyway, I hail this taxi down. He stops, and he goes, "Oh, where do you want to go?" And I said, "I want to go to the Nefertiti Hotel, downtown Cairo. You know, the shitty one that smells weird." I didn't say that. The one with rats. But he said, "Oh, I think I know where it is." And as he starts driving, now please don't judge me on this. Please don't judge me. Because I was pissed off that my friend had dragged me all this way, I thought to myself, do you know what? I didn't want to do all this tonight, and I sure as hell am not going to pay for this taxi. I'm going to do a runner from this taxi. I know it's terrible. I promise you I would never do it now. I don't know what come over me, but that's what I decided. I decided I was going to run away from this taxi just on principle, because I didn't want to go out. I don't know. I'm stupid. So we get halfway back, and then I said, "Oh, can you take me to the Sheraton Hotel? That's where my parents are staying." And yeah, the Sheraton Hotel. That's like this big posh hotel, like one of the biggest ones in downtown Cairo, all beautiful. So I was like, "Yeah, the Sheraton Hotel." And he kind of looked at me weird because I'd like changed my mind from the Nefertiti Hotel. So we're driving along there, and then he stops outside the Sheraton Hotel. And I said, yeah, my parents are here. If you just wait here, I'll go in. I haven't got any money on me, I'm afraid. I'll go in, get the money off my mum and dad, and then I'll come out and give you the money. And he said, "Okay, yeah, no problem." And I thought, yes, my plan. I'm not going to pay for the taxi. I'm going to run away. It's going to be amazing. like some kind of SAS thing. So I got out the taxi, started walking, and he got out the taxi too and started following me. And I was like, oh no. I'd like never been in this hotel before. And he literally followed me into the hotel. And as soon as we went through the doors, there was like this waterfall thing, like with something you could sit around the edge of this waterfall. And then to my right, there was like the stairs that went up, obviously, to the rooms or whatever. So I said to him, cool. My parents' room is just up these stairs. If you just wait here near the waterfall, I'll get the money and I'll bring it back to you. And he looked at me. He knew something was dodgy. I said, just wait here. But I don't think that he could follow me up these stairs. Do you know what I mean? Because it would have looked weird, like a local taxi driver. I don't know. But it didn't really draw that much attention because I looked like a tourist. So I said, you just wait here. Everything will be fine. And I'll go and get the money. So I started walking up the stairs. And when I got to the top of the stairs, I looked round. I could see him looking at me. And I just walked out of his view distance sort of thing, and then I just run. I was like, fucking hell, what am I doing? By the way, this taxi, the cost of this taxi was probably about £3.50, like about $5. I'm an idiot. So anyway, just on principle, I thought I'm not going to pay it. So I run down this corridor at the top of these stairs. There was a fire exit. I opened the fire exit, closed it behind me, run down this like fire escape, and I ended up in the gardens of this hotel. And to my right, I could see like this swimming pool with a bar and people sitting around it. But where the fire escape come out, it was like this little back bit that was hidden with bushes. Don't judge me. So I sat in the bushes. I just sat in the bushes there, listening and waiting. And about 5 minutes went past, 10 minutes went past, and I thought, okay, I wonder if he's still waiting for me there. How am I going to get out of this hotel? Because there's only one entrance and one exit, which is the main exit. And out the front there, all the taxis and all of the cars, busy street and all that is out there. And all around the hotel is like this big high wall, so, you know, like to keep everyone safe. After 10 minutes, I'm sitting in this bush. I'm just looking around. And then all of a sudden, I start hearing all this shouting in Arabic. Everyone's shouting, real angry. And I'm like, I wonder if that's to do with me. I don't know. I'm like, so I'm sitting in this bloody bush. And then I just thought, oh, fuck. Like, I'm starting to get paranoid. I'm thinking, like, everyone's trying to kill me or something. I don't know. I think he's radioed all of his taxi friends and all like, yo, oh, he's got long blonde hair and 2 earrings and little shirt and little shorts. We'll kill him. That's what I'm thinking. So now I'm a hunted man. This is freaking like The Fugitive, the movie. I am hunted by the whole of Cairo. But I won't be caught. No. So anyway, I wait in this bush for like half an hour, and then I think he must have gone by now. He can't be waiting there. So I walk to this swimming pool with a bar there, and I sit down at this table, and I think, I just get a Coke. I'll just get a drink. So I went up to the bar and I was like, can I have a Coke, please? And he was like, yeah, can I see your wristband? I was like, my wristband? And he goes, yeah, your wristband. Everything's fully inclusive on this resort. Have you got your wristband? And I was like, oh, no, I haven't got my wristband. I left it in my room. It was like, oh, okay then. And then this other Arabic guy like walked up, stood next to me and said, it's okay, I'll buy him the drink. So I was like, okay, that's cool. And then I said, thanks for the drink, mate. Appreciate that. And then I sat down at this table, and this guy come and sat down with me, and he's just sitting there looking at me. I just want to say again, I've got long blonde hair, 2 gold earrings. I'm wearing weird clothes, and he's just sitting there near me, and he's like, "Oh, so what you doing?" I said, "Oh, just wanted a drink, went outside." He goes, "Oh, have you got a girlfriend?" I was like, "No, I haven't got a girlfriend." He goes, "Oh, do you like girls?" And I was like, "Yeah." Anyway, it turned out that this guy thought that I was a male prostitute from the way that I looked and was offering money to do things. And I was like, "Mate, just back the fuck off. Not today, mate. Not today. I'm not in the mood." Don't get me wrong. I'm not I'm not homophobic or anything. I don't care what people do. You know, love is love. It's a free world. Just so happens that I'm straight and I'm not into that. So I said to, obviously, and I'm not a male prostitute. I mean, if it's a woman, it might have been different. No, it wouldn't. I would have charged at least £3.50. So I said, no, I'm straight. I just want to be left alone. So anyway, now I'm a bit freaked out. I'm thinking that everyone thinks that I'm a male prostitute. The whole of Cairo is trying to kill me. Okay, so I think, do you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to walk out of the front gates of this hotel. I mean, I'm a bit spooked out now. By now, it's like 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm just going to walk out of this hotel and I'm just going to get another taxi or try and walk to my hotel. And if this taxi driver comes up, I'm going to say, "Oh, you know, I'm just going to say sorry and give him the money." So I walk out the front of the hotel and there is taxis everywhere out there. Obviously, it's a hotel. And I'm thinking, oh my fucking God, he's going to be one of these taxis. By the way, he wasn't sitting at the fountain, thank God. So I just start walking in downtown Cairo, 3 o'clock in the morning. And before I know it, I'm lost. It is dark. There's no street lights. I don't know if you've ever seen the film Blade Runner, but that is what it was like. It was really scary. Like, there was people with like black hoods on, just like beggars and that at the side of the road. And every time I walk past them, they were like, bleh. I don't know, maybe I don't know, it was weird. There was like people with no legs and that crawling around and stuff. I'm not exaggerating. I was getting very freaked out. By the way, Cairo is actually a lovely place. But downtown Cairo at night, 3 o'clock in the morning, a bit more spooky. So anyway, I'm getting really freaked out now. I'm lost downtown Cairo. There's like beggars and freaky people following me. I don't know where I am. And then in the distance, I see a man dressed in white with like a police hat on and a gun. And I'm just like, oh, thank God. It's some, you know, it's a policeman or someone from the army. And he's standing guard outside like this jewelry shop. And the jewelry shop was shut, but he's like guarding it, sitting, you know, standing at the front of it. So I was like, oh, I'm just going to ask him. So I'll start walking over to this guy. And as soon, I hadn't even got to him. I'm still like 50 yards away from him. And he looked at me. And now I don't know how to say this in a polite way, but he gestured with his finger and his mouth something I'm sure you can guess. He thought I was a male prostitute too. Or he thought I was a woman, an ugly woman. I don't know what he thought. But he was gesturing with his mouth, with his hand and his mouth, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oi, do that for me, I'll give you money. And I was like, for fuck's sake, what is going on? Why? Do I look like a rent boy? Or what the fuck is going on? So anyway, and I was just like, oh, I literally, I don't know, man. I thought he was my saviour. And then he did that. And I was just like, fuck this. So anyway, I just went, oh, fuck. And just turned away from him and just walked back in the direction of this big hotel, the Sheraton. Get there, and there's taxis there. And I'm so freaked out now. I'm literally feeling... I almost want this guy to catch me and apologise to him. It's like karma. I'm just like, oh, Jesus. So I get in another taxi and I'm like, hello, please take me to the Nefertiti Hotel. And he literally drove 2 minutes, probably not even 2 minutes, a minute, just down the road a little bit, turned left, and there was my fucking hotel right there. And I said, okay, how much do I owe you? I owed him 10 Egyptian pounds, double the price of what the first taxi was, from miles away from the train station to and it's just karma. So I got out of the taxi. Thank you very much. Shukran, which is thank you. Let him go. Went into my hotel. My mate was already home, all safe and sound. And I just walked in and was just like, Jesus Christ, karma. So that is my weird little encounter in Egypt. I don't know why I wanted to tell you that, but the moral of the story is don't do runners on taxis, especially in countries where it isn't really that expensive. I'm really sorry that I did that, but there's the story of the Egypt taxi ride. I hope you enjoyed it, guys.